This video is brought to you by Henk Highlander. Welcome to the wonderful world of construction.
In today's video, join us on a journey through Efteling as we explore all the ongoing construction projects and improvements happening in the park. From the smallest details to major developments, we'll give you an inside look at how this magical world continues to evolve. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. We start our journey in the wonderful world of parking and what is becoming the Efteling Grand Hotel. While the exterior is in the finishing phase, work has also begun on the new entrance area, Island of the Five Senses. Hotel guests will soon park their cars in a separate area in front of the main entrance, on both sides of the so-called Efteling Boulevard. At the moment, intensive work is underway on all infrastructure and future water features. The intention is for visitors to be able to walk among trees, plants, and flowers. The sign reads, "Here, Builder Pig is building the garden of the Efteling Grand Hotel and the new Efteling Boulevard." The opening date of the Efteling Grand Hotel is not yet known, but Efteling anticipates an opening in the summer season of 2025. Originally, the multi-million project was supposed to be completed by the end of 2024. The hotel will consist of 7 floors with 140 rooms and suites, totaling 644 beds. 2 dining establishments in the Efteling Grand Hotel will be named Restaurant Bar Mystique and Brasserie 7. In addition to the 2 large restaurants, guests will also find a coffee bar, 2 shops, and a swimming pool with spa facilities. Efteling promises the highest level of luxury and service, which will, of course, be reflected in the prices. The Efteling Grand Hotel is a project that has received both praise and controversy. While the plans are impressive, there are concerns about the budget, with various components and details being cut. Critics question whether this additional hotel is necessary and if it will price itself out of the market. Additionally, there is fear that the interior will lack the distinctive Efteling charm, causing the unique atmosphere to be lost. What do you think? Is this expansion a necessary innovation or an unnecessary luxury that will ultimately flop? Will the level of luxury and pricing decrease over time due to profitability concerns? Will Efteling still be able to offer enough in the future to justify these hotel prices, now that expansion is becoming increasingly difficult due to nitrogen issues? Here you can see how this area is supposed to look eventually, and here is where we will enter the Efteling Park from then on, through the hotel. Where have we seen that before? Very original idea. And then there's the issue of crowd control. A significant portion of the hotel and its facilities will also be available to non-hotel guests. Annual pass holders in particular are eager to create new gathering spots here. How will this extra wave of visitors be managed? And how will it affect the experience and sense of luxury for the paying hotel guests? By offering unparalleled luxury and services, the hotel aspires to create a unique destination for visitors from around the world. However, balancing the influx of guests, maintaining the Efteling charm, and addressing environmental challenges will be critical for its long-term success. We have stayed at the original first hotel and Bosrijk, but we're unsure if staying at this hotel will be worth it for us. We felt we got the best value for money at Bosrijk in the past, but with the new, all-white interiors planned for the cottages and likely price hikes, we don't see any added value in staying at Efteling. If all you need is a room with a bed, there are plenty of more affordable options available. Well, that wraps things up for here. Let's move on to another project that is also connected to this hotel. But first, let's make a quick stop at the renovation and expansion of Efteldingen, or EftelThings in English, the largest souvenir shop in Efteling. Efteldingen is part of the new Island of the Five Senses. This area is ultimately intended to be known for its natural beauty and harmony with the surroundings. We'll see. The concept for the renewed Efteldingen is based on a book, and a visit to Efteldingen will mark the beginning or the end of a magical journey through the world of wonders. In the shop, a huge wooden cabinet will be placed, serving as a book cover and dividing the shop into zones, like pages full of stories. The top of the shop comes to life with fluttering pages and circling Efteling characters. During the renovation, the warehouse will be incorporated into the shop floor, making the shop significantly larger. In addition to a unique floor and beautiful display cabinets, there will also be a bright pink candy corner called The Last Grab, a nod to Efteldingen's earlier name. Let's hope the concept actually comes to fruition. We always love visiting Efteldingen, so we are very much looking forward to the reopening and any surprises and Easter eggs it may hold. Here we are, of course, in the classic Fairytale Forest, although it increasingly resembles a fairy tale park. Here you can also see the impact the new hotel will have on the sightlines. Efteling itself believes that the Grand Hotel will be the perfect backdrop for the new fairy tale. We'll see. In the spring of 2025, Efteling will open its 31st fairy tale here, De Prinses op de Erwt, or The Princess and the Pea in English. We can never have too many fairy tales, so please Efteling keep adding more. Efteling states that this fairy tale is based on the ideas of Anton Pieck, and that a sketch by Anton Pieck served as the inspiration for the fairy tale scene. This seems to justify that this immense hotel actually takes up the entire sightline, because apparently, you need a gigantic element in the background to highlight something small in the foreground, just like with all other fairy tales, right? The fairy tale, written by Hans Christian Andersen, is about a prince who very much wanted to marry a real princess, but it was difficult to be sure he had found one. One stormy night, a drenched young woman knocked at the palace gate, claiming to be a real princess. The queen was skeptical and decided to test her royalty by placing a pea under a stack of mattresses. The next morning, the princess complained that she couldn't sleep because of something hard in her bed. And no, you pervs, it wasn't the prince. This proved she was a true princess, as only a princess would be so sensitive. The prince and the princess married and lived happily ever after. I wonder what Mr. Troll thinks of his new backdrop. Will he now be better visible too? Also remarkable is that the Grand Hotel actually serves only as a backdrop from one viewpoint. Guests of the Efteling Grand Hotel will have their own entrance to the Fairytale Forest through this new fairy tale. It is uncertain whether this entrance will be exclusive or remain that way. It is also a bit strange to start the journey through the Fairytale Forest halfway. And now that we're in the Fairytale Forest, let's take a look at what's happening at the Red Shoes. It looks like tiles and/or grout are being replaced. What's funny is that the fairy tale has remained playing. Just imagine listening to that all day long. In any case, that person knows the entire spiel by heart now. And we end our journey through the wonderful world of construction at the Lavenlaar, or the people of Laaf in English. Here, Laaf's Loerhuys has been closed for quite some time. Because the Laafs are such a special people, their story must not be forgotten. They take care of this themselves in the Loerhuys. Here you can peer into the deep story well and hear all about the bizarre history of this little folk. I remember it being open for a short while in between, but now it's closed again. Since the entire structure is surrounded by scaffolding, it seems there might be a potential danger in the construction. Perhaps parts could come loose or break off. Let's hope it can still be restored, and that soon we can finally once again admire the entire village in all its glory. Thank you for watching, and feel free to check out one of these other videos. Don't forget to subscribe and join our socials.